would be a little flag. You know what I'm saying what we're looking for is that breakout to really see where prices move. Now, how many people have got confused when you see technicals happening a certain way, but you saw another trend line, and you're just like, okay, where do I go? Anybody ever have that issue? Crazy. This is the same thing is happening with BJPY, except for here, I would have entered a buy position the moment that I saw it test here multiple times. Yes, I put a support line over here. I put which could be previous resist, or I mean newfound resistance. I did a trend line, so everything is pointing towards another buy. You know what I'm saying? So because of that, this would be a good buy position. I would have entered into a buy position here, especially since I saw that trend line touch, even touch right here where it's bouncing above it. And I see a trend line touching here, and then here. There's a zone here. There's support, there's previous resistance. Yes, there's support here. Yes, this could be continuing on with this downtrend, but draw the technicals from both sides. Once you see multiple confirmations for this buy position, and you saw a trend line coming this way and it broke, it actually tested above that trend line, and that's the reason why this would be a buy. Does that make sense? Does everybody follow me on the reason why it's going up right now as we speak? So we want to keep it simple, okay? We want to keep it simple. Test, boom, buy position. Yes, you could have been catching this downtrend for a little bit. You could have been catching these 105 pips, 171 pips. But that's the beauty of twin trading, guys. Even based off technicals, support becoming resistance, you could have got 30 to 50 pips here. Support becoming resistance, you could have got 30 to 50 pips here. And the moment that you saw it hit here, you change your stop loss to stop profit, but then you look and you're like, I have a stop profit here, but this is a high probability for a buy. Okay? So I have a stop profit, it's fine. No matter what, I could risk this trade setup. And because of that, I could put a buy position here, still have a sell, but with a stop profit. Either way, if price comes up, hits a stop profit, I still profit, and I'm still twin trading here and making money, right? Whereas if this goes in the opposite direction, hits your stop, you still have an order that's collecting money. Does that make sense? Now, the thing is, it's kind of hard in the beginning to understand that, but once you get into the rhythm of everything, once you start to see how everything reacts, that we can respond, it becomes a lot more simple, right? It becomes a lot more easy because now it's like, all right, well, I have the technicals, I drew this, and there's this added trend line where bouncing above it is another confirmation. So I have a trend line check, that's one. I have a zone check, that's two. I have support check, that's three. I have support that was previous resistance, that was four. And I have a trend line here, which was in a downtrend, and now it broke above that trend line and tested. That's five. That's giving you another confirmation. That gives you five confirmations. Now, how many people would feel comfortable to have entered this buy position with all these confirmations? Would this have made you feel more comfortable to press buy in this situation? Now, the reason why I see this in history repeats itself is because look at this, guys. It literally happened over here. If you look closely. So you have a trend line, even if I just drew this up even over here, boom, test perfectly, right? And look what happened here. You see what happened? You guys see what happened here? There's a trend line Multiple confirmations, test, pull. The pullback is what's key, right? You see the pullback, it tested. Once it broke above this trend line, you know that it's in a buy position. Irrelevant now for a sell. So this happening right here, there's multiple tests here. If you want to use that here, if you want to use it here, delete this because cluttered space, cluttered mind. Now pretty much did the same little pattern thing that it did over here. Look at it. Isn't that crazy? To me, it amazes me as well. But it's just crazy how history repeats itself. Things happening over and over again. Now, do you guys start to see the pattern behind everything? It's up to you. It depends on how much you're risking into your account, how you feel about it. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to show you guys this from the get-go before we go into detail. All these trade setups. And we're going to have some fun with some charts. It's very possible that right now it's entering for a sell position. Look at this. Do you guys see this pattern? It's happening time and time and time again. Catching people in a buy and then dropping and continuing with a downtrend. Now the one thing that kept everything clear was this one trend. It's right here. It's happening time and time again. It's just, and even, oh my gosh. It just gets crazy with the patterns. Okay? So, you see that history is repeating itself. History repeating itself. You can see this. Look what it's doing actually. You look at the trend. It's testing off of that. Now let's clear everything up and make it simple. Watch. Is there a level of support there? Yes. Is it newfound resistance? Possibly. Look at this. The fact that price now it starts to become simple once we go back and we draw everything up. These are points for entries. There's a level of support here. See a test over here, test over here, a test over here. Try to get this in place. Why did I put red line where I did? Because there's resistance here, there's support here, there's resistance right here, there's support here, and now it's bouncing off. If it closes underneath, this is a newfound level of resistance. All right. Was everybody on my IML TV beginner session at 8 p.m. Eastern? Okay. I drew this. Even from this wick, hopefully you guys entered. From this wick to the body of the candle. That's what I did. I just drew it. Now the reason why I was in this, look, it's happening everywhere right now. That's the crazy part about it. It's the reason why I'm so fascinated by Forex, how this works. If you look at it, perfect. So, what? So right here, this was perfect for a buy position. But at the same time, what's it doing over here? Price trend, bounced off of it, breaking above, or breaks above this level of support, then it's takeoff. Does that make sense? You see what's happening? You guys see what's happening with the pairs I picked? You guys see it? Gold's dropping. You see JPY is rising, and GJ is rising. Our price trend means that it's just going up or it's going down. That's what a trend is, up. But the real trend is down. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Oh man. Does this help clear some stuff up? Like, does this make sense for a lot of people? How can we be more precise? Practice. There's, like, honestly, think about it for a second. If I said, all right, guys, the proper way to draw a trend line is perfectly by the millimeter, exactly at this certain point. No, it's not how this works. What technicals are is a visual reference for entering these trade setups. Okay? It's giving you pretty much a hypothesis and educated guess of where things are going, except for us, we're confirming. So when you draw certain things up, even if I did the general vicinity, I don't know if you guys have noticed this, I'll draw from the general vicinity of things, and it automatically just hits. Now, the reason why we do that, the general vicinity, is because of what I just taught in the beginner session. Confirmations. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give a 5-minute little, just read this, look at the chart, and once you guys are done, reading this and understanding, writing this down as your confirmation. Because yes, I will give the link as well. At the same time, I want this in your guys's notebooks. I want this as your confirmations for everything. Okay, I'm gonna give 5 minutes for everybody to write this down. Reference for this in the first place. Now I hope that this is also additive value to the point that makes you realize to push, to not just come on the London sessions just for trade setups, but to at least come on the beginner sessions on Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern and on Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern. The reason being is look at this knowledge that was provided on the beginner session. So now when I give a trade setup, it just makes sense. It just makes sense, okay? So right now, everybody please write this down. I'm gonna give it till 5 minutes. Awesome. Cool. All right. All right. Okay. So, does everybody understand why these are happening? Did I break it down pretty simple? Is there any questions on this at all? Now's the time to ask. Right now, it's up 56 pips. Up 9. Little circles is where the entries are at. 34 pips. Went right here. Well, I'm telling you guys right now because I know that question is running in everyone's head all the time. Like, okay, I'm gonna repeat it again. Okay, I'm gonna break this down simple. Okay, and I'm gonna go over twin trading. Okay, because it takes practice, right? That's the thing. Like, it takes a lot of practice. Now, if people need the beginner session was at 8 p.m. I want us to be on Sundays and Thursdays. And I highly suggest that everybody have went through IML Academy, right? Now, the thing about this too is when I go over twin trading, and the thing is I keep track of everybody's names on here because I can see it time and time again. If someone asks me about stop losses and take profits after we already went through twin trading, and from now on, I highly suggest that everybody is having a hard time. You write down these notes because the thing is, it's very easy for us to understand it when we watch this, but when you think about it when you stop, think about when you're not on this. So you have to be able to understand and write it down for the confirmations. That's why we wrote these down. That way it's easier. Because even when you're doing this on your own, you're gonna be like, "What? I don't know. What did he say? Was it pullback or what was it again?" Well, now you have this pullback, strong area support resistance, aka floor ceiling. Price reversal zones. Utilize the wicks around the support and resistance levels to draw the boxes. Now, what that means is anywhere where there's support and resistance, a strong level, I could pick any wicks on the support and resistance line, and it will still give a visual reference for where it's at. An example is this. Let me delete this. Watch. So I deleted this part. I post this 2 a.m. session for review. What do you mean? Post this 2 a.m. session. All right, so as you can see, oh, okay. Which candlestick? Okay, no more overcomplicated. There's not a certain candlestick where you enter. Okay, it's like look, like honestly, when you get to a point where you understand the technicals, go to every single area where market reversed to continue with the trend. You're gonna see there's not certain types of candles that you enter on. Look at this one. For this entry, test support, test it twice. The whole main point is so that way, if you take a trade, even if you just take a trade in this general vicinity, whatever drawdown, up or down it may go, it still goes in the direction that you want it to. That's it. I don't care if price is fluctuating within this area. 10 to 15 pips. My whole main point is so that way I could trade. No, nothing's recorded. It's all live. Okay. The whole main point is when you take a trade setup, when you take a buy or a sell, that within this area, it fluctuates a little bit, but still goes in the direction that you want it to go. That's entries. Now, based off multiple confirmations within this area, you have everything that's needed. 4, even 5 confirmations, their price will reverse. There's no exact candlestick. There's no exact wick. There's no like super wick entries. You know what I'm saying? Like the whole main point is, I'm gonna say it again, is the general area of where you want price to reverse. And that's what these boxes are for, these price reversal zones. Now to draw the boxes is simple. Look where I drew support and resistance. I drew it in an area where it's just test, 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 test. Now there's not a certain way. I'm gonna tell you guys 100% right now, so everybody, I remember these guys. I remember the names on this chat. There's not a certain exact way drawing support and resistance to the point where it's perfect. It's in a general vicinity where price is bouncing off of multiple times, whether they're bouncing below or bouncing above. That's it. I could take and draw a box wherever this line is and look for wicks touching near this red line. And either way, you're going to be good. Look, from this wick to this candle, boom, all the way across. Well, look, you're still good, right? Now, if I did from this wick to this candle, look, oh my God, it's still good, right? If I did from this wick to this, even this big one, this wick to this candle, all the way across. Look, it's still in the same area. You know what I'm saying? Does this make sense for the zones? But no, this is the London session. You're on the London session, right? Multiple way, like it's just within this. Even if I drew from this wick to this body of this candle, boom, perfect. Look at that. Okay, so what I'm showing you guys is the fact that we need to take the overcomplicating of this forex stuff away and keep it simple. Are you sure it's the London session? All right, I'm gonna stay focused. All right. I don't know. It's hard. It's all good. All right. So with this, you guys see now where I drew a resistance line. All right, guys, let's stay focused, please. You don't want me to keep going? Okay. So with this, that's the reason why even if I did this, even if I took this box, right, the supply and demand zone or price reversal zone, okay, even from this wick to this body of the candle, look, this wick to the body of the candle, all the way across, you see how like it still is in that area and it struggles. So you utilize the support resistance lines and you find wicks within those areas. And that's the reason why I wrote that in here. Right? And that's how could have easily got a trade set up. Even if I wasn't utilizing this, yeah, we use this as a visual reference that it was continuing its uptrend. So I can delete this. But if you wanted to see setup, if you wanted to understand and look exactly how my charts would look like before a trade setup, this is it. I have two lines, I have one box, I have a horizontal line. Now all that's all that's needed in order to really enter. Now, has anyone ever had their charts to the point where there's way too many stuff on it? There's just too much clutter. Yeah, yeah, that's the crazy part. You can barely see the chart. So we like to keep it simple. What? No, no, it broke above. It's all confirmed for a buy. Yeah, that's where you would have entered. Just watch. If you want to go in really detail with it, what? No, the screen's still fine. If you look closely, level support. If you want to be very accurate, wick, body the candle. Want to utilize a trend line to help with added confirmation. Perfect. Instant execution. 60 means 1 hour. Now we would have entered already. This was the retrace. Look. Boom. Resistance. Boom. Zone. Trend. This was the retrace. And if you guys look closely, okay, guys, please, we have to be on time. We have to make sure we go through IML Academy. we have to make sure that we go in the beginner session. I want to make sure that everyone's on the same page. And yes, I do feel bad when people come here late, but at the same time, I can't go all the way back to the beginner session that happened at 8 p.m. Eastern to break down everything beginner, because it's not fair to the people that come to the trade setups at this time. This is resistance. This is support. Support, support. I just want to be able to help everybody as much as possible. Keep everybody on the same page. Okay? So, this is all, to me, no, I just draw the 60 minute. I just draw on the 1 hour. The reason why I draw on the 1 hour, wait, no, we're not waiting for retest or the candle to close. Okay. Now, the only time, like this is what I do, right? So once my prop goes up 30 pips in profit or however many pips in profit, I take one order out. No, I would sell it. Like, all right, are we all on the same page? Gold. Continuing the same pattern I did over here. Same pattern I did over here. Continuing the same pattern. All right, we got to stay focused. Run with it. The only way that I would watch out is if we're entering for a buy position. What I'll look for is another area for either a possible entry or to see if market is reversing. Now, the moment that I click, right, the reason why I draw on the 1 hour is so that way I could be able to collect money every single night, not have to wait a long period of time or have to scalp. You come in, get your piece, and be good for the day. Have it right out, change your stop loss to stop profit. Now, if this is reversing, going up, what I'll be looking for is another area to watch out for either an entry or to see if it's going to come down and hit my stop profit. So the next area that I'll be looking at is right here. The reason being is because there's support and there's resistance here. Okay? Now, the price comes up like this, comes up, bounces off of it, then at least I collected my 30 to 50 pips, changed my stop loss to stop profit, but now because I saw it come up, hit this area right here, support became resistance, and I now know that it is confirming twice for a downtrend. What? Can everyone see my screen? So this is the reason why I'd be looking for this area. So where two things could happen. Either price comes up, hits this area, and drops, which means that This is why I say twin trade, guys. It's a perfect way to collect your money, also be able to ride out long trades. All of a sudden, this goes 30 to 50 pips. I take one order out, change my stop loss to a stop profit. Okay, but all of a sudden, I see price come in reverse with a support testing as resistance and as resistance again. Well, I'm happy. Yeah, it is. Don't chase the trade, guys. All right, where are they at? All right, stay focused. Let's get back. All right, if I see price come up and hit here, drop. Well, I already collected my 30 to 50 pips here. I have a stop profit, but guess what? If I see a reverse here, and I know that I could get onto this trend, this continuing now with a downtrend, I could enter in this, keep my stop profit here, right? Take this trade set up. It's my stop profit, fine, but I already have my orders for this. But if you see price do a momentum push or breaks all the way above that area, it comes back down to test that area. Then I can get another entry for a buy and have 30 to 50 pips, one order still here, entry, collect 30 to 50 pips, and another order still here, and be able to ride this out for as long as it rides up. Does that make sense, guys? Now what I'm watching for in detail, what I'll be looking for on gold is there's a level of support here and a level of support. Okay? As long as it closes underneath this level of support, underneath this resistance and this resistance, then we're perfectly fine for the sell position. This is like little tiny details to give me added confirmation of that I called it out right. Okay. JPY is pretty self-explanatory for everybody, correct? Yep. Chart's freezing up. All right, I don't know why it's freezing up, but we get the picture. Okay, I did the chart markup for these three. And I'll fix the link on gold and then I'll type it in the chat. Okay? Yeah, I wanted to go over more a little advanced. You guys see these patterns happen. Okay, I want to show you guys how history repeats itself. So, with that being said, does everybody feel they've had a good value on this IML TV London session? Okay. A real tip of the day is make sure, I am not, like, I'm telling you guys 100% right now, that a lot of people may think this, but I am not perfect on these charts. It just so happens that every time you come to the charts that we do catch a lot of hips. Okay? We can't lie about that. At the same time, one thing that I remembered when I started to think to myself, teaching and educating, was that people will only remember me for my last trade setups. I could catch maybe 12 trades in a row. Then I get one trade wrong, and people will remember me for that last trade. So I want to get that into people's mindset. And no matter what, even if we call these trade setups correctly, eventually there will be a loss. And that's how, wait, what? How are people having technical difficulties? It's still the same. All right. So, anyways, what I was saying is I don't want people to remember me for the last trade setup. I want you guys to remember the education aspect. I want you guys to remember that proper risk management. And the thing is, I know that a lot of people all the time, when they see these trades going in the right direction, you guys will get kind of, to the point where you'll trade reckless. You get to a point where you're like, you know what? If Chris is calling out every trade right, I might as well do standards on everything that he says. Which at the same time, right now, gold's not loading up right now. It's not loading up right now. We gotta wait, right? And plus, you could look at gold on your charts. All right, so not every trade says. Oh, what if I was 2 out of 3? Or like that's the thing in the mindset. So what I'm saying is that we learn all these confirmations. The whole main point that there's professional traders that, all right. So another thing, if you don't feel comfortable with your trade setups, wait to come on here, because there's one thing that I've noticed as a repetitive thing all the time is people will take trade setups and use a live trade room as a way to be like, all right, well, let me ask Chris just to make sure my trade setup was good, which is fine. But at the same time, if I'm giving you guys a trade setup, even just 2 trade setups, this one right now, like I said, as long as it closes underneath, which I don't know why it's not loading, as long as it closes underneath, you know what I'm saying, it stays below, then yeah, it's going down. But if it goes above, then I would get out of the trade position. It goes above the resistance line. What do you mean? There's a level of support right here. You can see it. Support. Let me see if I can pull it here. All right, cool. This one was USDJPY, correct? Yeah, it was. So go on 30-minute. So there's support, there's support, there's support. Price broke above it a little bit. But at the same time, I'm still not gonna confirm. I'm still gonna wait. Okay? So with this, even with my technicals, everything added onto this. Let's see. Yeah, gold fluctuates heavy. All I know is that it's within this zone. Okay. All right. Now price probably hit people's stop losses, which is okay. But at the same time, we have to be ready for the next trade setup. So if we see this happen here, you have this testing, testing right here, and this testing right here. Okay. Now what we do is we're gonna be patient and we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait. We're gonna wait. We're gonna wait. Okay. You see how there's a trend line here? There's a trend line here. We have to see which area that it's going to break below, or if it's going to break above. At the same time, you have a level to already test here. If it broke above, then you have a level here to watch out for. Look for a trade setup. Because the thing is, even though it'll break above, what do you wait for? A retest. Make sense? Either price is breaking above, testing, or price breaks below, test. So what happened, like for instance, we saw this breaking through. That was a mishap on my part because I went against the, well, we closed. It closed. Because it closed, that still would have been a confirmation to enter. The fact that price came up to retrace, then that's fine. That's how the forex market works. So at the same time, it's not always going to be perfect. But we could be ready now. Watch. Okay? So now we're watching everything. There's a trend line here, trend line here. There's a zone here, there's resistance here. All right, there's previous support here. Awesome. Either way, if it breaks above, breaks out of this trend and test, then perfect. I'm buying it. If it breaks below the trend and test, which we were waiting for, honestly, we would have entered. You know what I'm saying? That's how we would have entered for a setup. Now, the only reason why I would have entered at this position is because there's a level of support. And the fact that it closed underneath from the 30-minute was an added confirmation for me to sell it. I always put 20 pips, just a 20 pip stop loss. That's the magic number. All right. All right. That being said, hopefully everybody had a good session, and I will see you guys tomorrow morning. All right. You guys have a good morning.